Well, a touch of fall is in the air, and we come to you live tonight from Titan Stadium in Gadsden. It's Thursday Night Lights, our AHSAA Game of the Week, presented by our friends at Alabama Professional Services. It is a non-region rival matchup. The Oxford Yellow Jackets are here tonight, getting set to take on the Gadsden City Titans. Mickey Shadricks and Gerhard Mathangani are here as well, Gerhard, and you got to love this matchup. When you talk about non-region weeks in high school football, it's great to see these games still on the schedule.
I love these games. Week 0 and week 1 of the season, you get a lot of these non-region games that are really compelling. By week 5, you get a lot of these rivalry games. This represents that. Also, it represents for both teams a real chance to get across a team that might be in the playoffs. These two play in different classifications, so it's a good test for both moving forward.
Let's take a look at a couple of key players. First off, for the visiting Yellow Jackets, they've had a banged-up quarterback, Sam Robertson, but he's expected to be back at full strength tonight.
He is. He leads a really young team, a young offense that has been finding their groove over the last couple of weeks, and expect Robertson to once again have another solid game.
Meanwhile, for Gadsden City, they've got a big bruiser at the running back position. There he is, C.J. Miller.
Huge guy, 240 pounds, but he doesn't run like it. He runs very quickly, over 690 yards on the season and 6 touchdowns. He's their bell cow, especially as the game moves on.
Two storied programs, but both going with a youth movement this year. We'll talk about that when we come back to Titan Stadium.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
I'm Roger, your in-house expert with Alabama Professional, and your questions keep pouring in to Ask Roger. Judy in Arndale asks, what services can APS provide? Alabama Professional offers basement waterproofing, foundation repair, humidity and mold control, and encapsulation of nasty crawl spaces. Since 1977, homeowners have entrusted APS to solve basement, foundation, and crawl space problems. Call for a free, no-obligation estimate today and keep those emails and questions coming.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late-inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
And Thursday Night Lights getting set for the kickoff. Oxford Gadsden City coming up momentarily. Gerhard, I mentioned going into break, these two teams, really it's a youth movement this year. It's kind of odd to see so many underclassmen playing key roles for both these teams.
It really is, especially at this high of a level. You don't really expect freshmen and 8th graders to make big appearances in these football games. That's the case for Oxford. They start 5 freshmen and an 8th grader. Meanwhile, for Gadsden City, they're led by sophomore quarterback Luke Waldrop. So a lot of these guys are getting a lot of playing time, but being thrown into a very, very wild and big fire.
Big stage tonight for a lot of young players. We'll have the kickoff. Oxford and Gadsden City is coming your way next.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
I'm Roger, your in-house expert with Alabama Professional, and your questions keep pouring in to Ask Roger. Stan in Mountain Brook asked, our basement is damp, musty, and humid. Can APS help? Stan, almost half of the air you breathe comes from your basement. A wet or damp basement worsens allergies and damages valuables. We'll transform your basement into a dry, usable space and improve the air quality of your home. Call for a free, no-obligation estimate today and keep those emails and questions coming.
And back at Titan Stadium as we are getting set for the kickoff between Oxford and Gadsden City. Two teams that are very familiar with each other, identical records at 3-2. However, Oxford's fared a little bit better in the first part of the region schedule at 2-1 under their new head coach, Sam Adams, who came over to Oxford High School to replace Keith Etheridge. He was the head coach at Hillcrest out of Tuscaloosa for 7 years before taking over the helm at Oxford High School. And then across the way, Gerhard, a coach you know very well, and Ollie Smith.
That's exactly right. He's been at Gadsden City since the school's inception when they combined the three schools. He is all about community. He's now been the head coach for his third season right now, and even though struggling as far as the win-loss column goes, I think that every year this team is getting a little better and a little better. As of right now, they have already equaled their amount of wins, 3, that they had all of last season. Had 1 win in year 1, 3 in year 2, already sitting here at 3 in year 3. I think he's got this program on the right footing as they move forward.
Oxford out of Class 6A Region 7. Meanwhile, Gadsden City plays out of the incredibly difficult Class 7A Region 3. The Titans are 3-2 overall, 1-2 in region play. And again, both teams with a lot of young players having to play key roles this season, and really especially for Oxford. I can't think of the last time that Oxford has had to play so many underclassmen. They lost a really strong senior class from last year, but then Gerhard, they also lost a number of players that transferred out to other schools that would have played key roles on the team this year. So that is kind of the situation that Sam Adams inherited when he took over the job.
It's a bit of a double-edged sword because, you know, just year to year, you'll see different transfers, but you don't normally see the transfer bug and the graduation bug hitting in the same offseason. That's exactly the case for Oxford. And so a lot of younger guys have had to step up, but the coach used something that we hear all the time in football, next man up. They've had that mentality, and so far they've stepped up through the first few games.
And Gadsden City's Gabriel Brito kicks it off, and it takes a roll at around the 10, and it's loose inside the 5. And while the Oxford Yellow Jackets going to be very fortunate that Miguel Mitchell was able to fall on the football, and that was a nightmare of a kickoff to try to field.
A near disaster there for the Oxford Yellow Jackets, but thankfully Mitchell was able to get on top of it. That way they set their offense up. However, special teams not going exactly the way that you would want to go, especially in this kind of game where both teams are really coming off nice wins in region play. So both teams have a little momentum coming into this one. And so grabbing the early momentum in this game I think is really important, especially for Oxford. And they will start a long way away from their goal.
Oxford's, there you see their quarterback, Sam Robertson, the young man we spotlighted in our pregame segment, who's battled some injuries this year, is back in there starting tonight. First down give up the middle, and Mitchell is taken off his feet on a nice defensive play by the Titans' Tay Wright.
This is great stuffing the run here. Filling in all the gaps, there's really nowhere to go. Just the run fits perfect, and then the last line of defense on the outside, he does a great job making the open field tackle.
Second down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets. Starting in a hole after the Titans kickoff to begin the game. Gadsden City comes with a bit of a blitz. Mitchell tries the right corner. Nice little surge there by his lead blockers will get him out to around the 14-yard line, and nice run on second down that time.
Sets up a third and manageable here for the Oxford Yellow Jackets, and it's 3rd and 1, so you obviously have tendencies already for the Gadsden City defense already drawn up here for these kind of situations.
And a whistle. And our refs will confer. Early movement, I think.
False start. White.
Against Sam Adams'
5-yard
offense,
penalty.
so that is a
Third
costly penalty. 3rd and 1 goes to 3rd and 6.
It completely changes everything because now you have 3rd and 1, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a running down there. Well, now it's 3rd and 6. You have to think about it just a little bit more. Just a costly penalty for Oxford. That combined with the kickoff return and the Jackets going in the wrong direction.
Puts a little more pressure on this young man, junior quarterback Sam Robertson. See how the Jackets play it here. 3 receivers split to the wide side of the field. Here comes the Titan blitz. Little zone read. Robertson on the keep out across the 15. Nice play taken off his feet by the Titan Samuel Horton. But it is an first down for the Jackets.
That is a really big play there on 3rd down. I think that might have helped him out a little bit. There you see the Gadsden City defense crashing in on the run, but have to have somebody that is in charge of the quarterback just in case he pulls, and nothing doing there for Gadsden City, and a good job by Robertson. You saw some of the athletic ability there.
First down at the 16. Mitchell slams in there for a couple of yards, runs into a wall of Titan defenders, including senior defensive lineman Aaron Richard.
Good job on the inside there by Gadsden City's defense. You don't want to see a lot of these 2nd and long and 3rd and long situations for the Jackets. They've handled the first one just fine so far. There you see Mitchell coming off to some greetings.
Second down. Robertson's first pass attempt of the game is caught by Eli Bozeman. It looked like it might have been tipped, but still had enough velocity on it to get into the receiver's hands.
DeAndre Kirkpatrick, wearing number 4 for Gadsden City, is on the defense on this ball, and he almost had a shot at it right there. You saw it was tipped there at the line of scrimmage. Kirkpatrick there on defense, and they ended up making the tackle. That name sounds familiar. That is the son of former Gadsden City and Alabama great Dre Kirkpatrick, now in the NFL.
Handoff up the middle. Nice defensive play there by the Titan front on 3rd and 2, and this will all depend on the spot from the official.
Well, that time I'm pretty sure the Gadsden City defensive coaches were letting them know to make sure they have everything covered in the running game. Looks like they'll call for a measurement here after being burned by Robertson on the first 3rd down. They were in possession on this one, and it looks like the Jackets pick up again.
So another first down for Oxford. So this is a pretty good start considering the field position Oxford had to begin the game inside the 5. They've a couple of first downs has got Oxford out to the 26. Another running play. This time it's Merriweather, and he can't quite turn the corner. Nice pursuit out on the perimeter by Gadsden City's Aaron Richard.
Exactly is. Take a look there. It's a well-blocked play. Got to the outside, and you see the bear there, big number 92 for Gadsden City. Richard being able to get his hands on him and bring him down, bring up a 2nd and 7. But these kind of down and distances seemingly haven't affected the way Oxford has run this football so far. They've been running it quite effectively this drive.
2nd down and 7. It's Merriweather again. This time he runs straight into Devontae Graham, the senior linebacker, for 2 or 3 yard gain. So once again, it's going to set up another 3rd down. Oxford is 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive to open the game. Here's another opportunity.
The question is, do you run it again? So far they've run it on 3rd and short and 3rd and medium. It's once again 3rd and medium, 3rd and about 5 yards here for Oxford. So based on how they've played it, I think everything's open.
Hey, what's the tailback screen?
And the Titans may have just given it to him. By way of the penalty.
We got, prior to the snap, encroachment on defense. It's going to be 5-yard penalty, first down.
Because it wasn't one guy that jumped, it was 2 or 3 guys that jumped. I'm more inclined to think that that was another hard count situation where Oxford knew, hey, we'll take this on 2, maybe even on 3, and have a different snap count than you've had the rest of the drive. And so, once again, another third down conversion via the penalty.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 7:10 still to play in the first quarter here at Titan Stadium.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
Well, folks, we'd like to remind you, in case you have somehow missed it, you need to tune in every Friday night at 11:30. This is what you have to precede every Friday night: the Buckethead and the King.
Exactly, and the show that we do comes right before it. Pigskin Roundup airs from 10:30 to 11:30, and they're right across the studio from us, getting all set up. They are entertaining, to say the least. If this still shot is any indication, Buckethead and the King, they do a great job of really telling you how the high school football games went that day, and then they also are on Tuesday nights with some previews and the awards. They really love high school football. It's clear to see on their show. And every Friday night at 11:30, they bring a lot of entertainment to our program.
Ali Smith has seen his defense give up 3 consecutive first downs after Oxford started the game. First down inside their 5. Jackets with a couple of conversions on third down. Running the ball here, they get help with the offside penalty against the Titan defense.
That's exactly right, and a good play call there as well for Oxford. Getting the Titans to jump early on, and inside of that meeting with Ollie Smith leading that defense, that was the number one thing talked about. You can't give these guys 3 yards.
Robertson on a quarterback keep right up the middle. Nice hole and a big gain. Another AmFirst first down as Robertson runs for 11 yards. A couple of big runs here on the drive for the Oxford junior quarterback.
You can see the vision on Robertson here. He takes it and then cuts it right up the hole and falls forward. This is a really good, impressive start here by the junior quarterback from Oxford, of course replacing an Oxford legend from last year.
Robertson throws, pass is complete out here to Amari Carroll. Carroll is met at about the 48-yard line by Gadsden City's Tay Wright.
Nice little play to loosen up the defense just a little bit. And Robertson, we've seen him with his legs a couple of times so far today. This is a nice little easy pass out here, and then hopefully your guy can make one guy miss, and good job there on the contain for the Gadsden City defense.
Carroll, a 5'10", 170-pound junior, making his first catch of the night. Robertson now 2 completions, 1 to Carroll and 1 to Bozeman. He'll do another quarterback keeper, and tell you what, this play has worked twice in a row as Robertson is inside the Titan 40.
They're getting the matchup exactly what they want here. This is going to be Robertson knowing he's going one-on-one with the linebacker. He's able to escape the defensive end, but then that tackle right there has got to be made for the Titans, and Robertson knew he had it. Well drawn up play. He's able to pick up yet another first down.
Another AmFirst first down. That is the 5th one of this drive. A time-consuming drive. Oxford has held the football for almost 7 minutes here in the first quarter. This is Mitchell spinning out of a would-be tackle, then is upended finally by the Titans' Malik Woods, the junior linebacker, and that'll be a gain of about 3 yards on first down.
Well, speaking of Mitchell, the guy who just ran that play, it might be a small blessing in disguise considering how well they've run the ball, the fact that he did field that way inside their own territory. Obviously, no coach wants to see that, but however, they've been really efficient with their running game so far. That time a great defensive play by the Gadsden City Titans, but so far this running attack has been solid for the Oxford Yellow Jackets and keeping this drive alive, and as you mentioned, the clock moving.
Only a gain of a yard with the spot. 2nd down and 9, Robertson. Handing off right up the middle. Mitchell gets inside the 35. And that'll set up another third down opportunity for this Yellow Jacket offense.
They have not been afraid to do anything on third down, run it, throw it, and call it on 2 with a hard count. We've seen just about everything. They're calling it third and about 6 right here, so wouldn't be surprised to see another hard count at all.
Third down and 6 from the 34. Robertson will run it again, and he's going to have the first down and more. Robertson will step out of bounds after a huge gain. Another Amherst first down for the Yellow Jackets.
You have to be so impressed, not only with his athletic ability, but just the confidence that he has to be able to get this first down. This is a solid Gadsden City defense that you might remember held Hoover to just 9 points at the half. That's the number 2 team in the state in Class 7A. However, this Oxford Yellow Jacket offense, led by Sam Robertson, has found its way on the ground, and therefore, once again, picked up another first down via the run by big number 4.
First down at the 14. Here comes the blitz right up the middle. Robertson retreats and almost throws an interception. Boy, Gadsden City's Aaron Richard got his hands up as Oxford was trying to execute the screen.
At the very last second there, you see the blitz being picked up there by number 9, Nick Merriweather, and they were trying to set up the screen for Merriweather right after that. Unable to get the football to him. Good execution defensively by the Gadsden City defense.
Well, these runs by Sam Robertson hasn't slowed down this Titan defense. They are coming upfield in a hurry. Second down and 10. This is Merriweather, and a nice pickup on second down. He's going to get it down to about the 10, which will set up another third down for the Jackets.
This has just been a very, very impressive drive here by the Oxford Yellow Jackets, and that time got the push along the right side. Merriweather, who they tried to set up with the screen earlier, did a good job in pass protection a bit ago. That time, the ball carrier picks up 4 yards, and once again, we're sitting on another fourth down. And if you're Oxford, they've all worked so far.
Jackets have converted every third down opportunity on this drive that started at their own 4. Low snap, Robertson in trouble, and he will go down. They will not convert here. The low snap was the first problem with that play, and then Samuel Horton got upfield in a hurry to get a hold of Robertson, so it will be fourth down.
It's a good recovery here by the defense. After the low snap, being able to read that, there you see the pressure by the Gadsden City defense in the backside. Making that tackle there is the senior. Good job defensively by the Titans, being able to corral Robertson, something they haven't done for the majority of this game so far.
So Oxford will attempt a field goal. Ray Baria's kick is up, and a sidewinder. And it's good. So Oxford finishes off the drive with a field goal and take the lead over the Gadsden City Titans 3-0 here on Thursday Night Lights.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we going to do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car's been in an accident, it's stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
And Big Time Entertainment now open in Oxford. 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment. A brand new family entertainment center located right off I-20 at exit 185. You'll find indoor go-kart racing in one of the most unique tracks you'll find anywhere. Also an outdoor putt-putt course, elevated ninja challenge course, 18 bowling lanes, a huge arcade, fun for everyone. Big Time Entertainment in Oxford, Alabama. Oxford taking the lead here over Gadsden City. Gerhard, they hold the ball for just under 10 minutes of that first quarter. They convert on 4 third downs, and they get the field goal to get something out of the drive.
I think both teams can really take away a lot of positives from that drive. I think Oxford, if you're the Jackets, number one, you understand that I think the reason why they think that they didn't get that last one is because of the botched snap. However, every other third down, they were able to pick up, whether it's via the yards or a penalty in one situation. Meanwhile, for Gadsden City, they got off the field on third down with a kick, and that's the best thing for that defense, especially giving up as many yards as they did. This defense now needs a breather. They need their offense to go and work a nice long drive. They had the running back to do it in C.J. Miller. We'll see what the Titans do offensively, but a good job there by Oxford, eating up a lot of clock and keeping a very talented Gadsden City offense on the sideline.
And the Jackets kick it off. It is a short kick fielded at the 15-yard line by the Titans. DeJavi Byers, and football comes out of there. The Bing bag comes out, and Oxford has the football.
Spoke a little too soon about the recovery and the Gadsden City offense taking the field. They will once again watch for at least one more down as a one botched special teams play by Oxford early on, followed up by a really good one by their kick coverage.
And you see there, the ball did come out of there. Oxford's the defender from behind. Ball came out, and what a big recovery there by Davion Larkins for Oxford. So here is Sam Robertson and the Oxford offense right back on the field. This drive starts at the Titan 33. And Mitchell will be taken down from behind that time after a gain of a couple.
We saw a lot of Mitchell. We saw some Merriweather towards the end of that drive. I think one of the good things for Oxford is that they don't have to rely on one or two guys to run the football. They trust a lot of young players. Also, D.K. Wilson is a guy that they trust out of the backfield. He had a really good game last week in their win over Pell City. So lots of different weapons. They're young, but they're talented.
Already under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Second down and 8. Mitchell on the receiving end of the pass from Robertson, and he dropped it. Looked like a well-designed play that had an opportunity. Receivers were locked up on their blocks, but Mitchell unable to hold on.
Might have just taken his eyes off the football for a little bit, because you're right, it is well blocked downfield. All three receivers locked on their man with a chance to break that one wide open. A missed opportunity there for the Jackets.
Mitchell comes out. Jordan Dobbins is in the backfield now, and he will get his first carry of the game, and he will be taken down way behind the line of scrimmage. Samuel Horton. Well, these Titan defensive linemen, they're proving difficult to block here in the first quarter.
Very talented, very athletic. You see his measurables there. Standing just over 6 foot. He plays right there on that defensive end, but you could tell he's got great feet. And he is a sure tackler. We've seen a tackle on the backside on that third down play that led to the field goal, and then this tackle right there brings up another fourth down. So 2 huge plays for the Jackets, or the Gadsden City defensive line there, led by big number 91, senior Sam Morton.
So the Jackets to go for it on 4th and 12. Robertson has a receiver open and just missed connecting inside the 5-yard line with Judd Sire.
A well-designed play, got exactly what they wanted, the one-on-one coverage back there. He is open and, as you said, just out of the arm reach there. So after all that, Gadsden City does take back over on offense. Credit the defense there. The Jackets unable to find the same success that they did that first drive.
So the turnover doesn't cost the Titans other than a little bit of time off the clock. And there you see Gadsden City quarterback Luke Waldrop, a sophomore, one of the young Titans being called upon to play varsity this season. And here's an option play. And getting around the corner is Jajavi Byers, and you can see the speed that this young man has. An first down for Gadsden City.
Byers, another one of the weapons for this football team, along with C.J. Miller out of the backfield. And once again, the option for Gadsden City. It worked a few weeks ago, and they've done it with a bunch of different players. Byers called on here. They use it on their first play on offense in this one.
So first down out at the 48. Waldrop hands it off to Byers, maybe a couple to the 50. Michael Battle for the Yellow Jackets coming up field to help out on the tackle.
Good job on the interior defense by Oxford. We've seen that same kind of production by Gadsden City on the inside. See big Caleb Tenner, another big guy, 6'4".
Final seconds of the quarter. And the Titans will not snap it. We will head to the end of the first quarter. Take a break and return to Titan Stadium, a battle of two non-region rivals, Oxford and Gadsden City. Looking up tonight on Thursday Night Lights.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
And we'd like to remind you, coming up next Thursday night, right here on the AHSAA Network, we'll have Thursday Night Lights from Spain Park. This ought to be a good one as Oak Mountain takes on Spain Park. By the way, we'll have an in-depth preview of this matchup coming up at halftime as our own John Holder will speak with both head coaches. But right now, we've got a good one brewing from Titan Stadium right off 759 in Gadsden. And it is Oxford with a 3-0 lead over the Titans. Gadsden City second down and 8 as we resume play here in the second quarter. Going up top, Waldrop's pass is caught. Kamari Smith in stride, getting behind the secondary. And that is a big play out of the passing game for Gadsden City.
Leading receiver for the Gadsden City Titans came into this one. He's a big play guy. 20 catches, 285 yards, a pair of touchdowns on the year. It's a quick strike, and I like the play call coming out of the first half break. Go deep. Your team needs a really big play. They got it right there.
And back to the ground game for Gadsden City. Justin Peoples, he's a sophomore. pounding his way inside, just moving that pile forward for about 4 yards.
So far, we still have not even seen our player of the game, C.J. Miller. It's a good sign for Gadsden City, still being able to pick up yardage. Of course, the big pass play earlier, and a pair of nice running plays so far as well.
Quick throw, caught inside the 5. Boy, that pass from Waldrop had some zip on it. Nice hands there. Again, Kamari Smith pulling it in.
Watch this from the young quarterback here. He sees the blitz coming from the outside and knows, I don't know all the quarterback terminology. I do know, though, when you have a linebacker coming off the edge, you go to the hot side, and that's exactly what he did.
Nice hands by Smith. First and goal now. Up the middle. Peoples is in for the touchdown. So Gadsden City getting the Buckethead and King touchdown to take their first lead of the night.
That was a really well-executed drive. Comes right off the heels of a very nice pass play. Get a couple good running plays on the inside, then you give it to the young guy, and he punches it in. A really good response from Gadsden City after that offense, the Titan offense, sat for most of that first quarter.
And on to attempt the extra point for the Titans is Gabriel Brito. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. So Gadsden City with definitely quick strike with their offense as they take the lead, thanks in large part to the passing of Waldrop to Kamari Smith. Peoples taking it in for the score.
Have you seen foam lift concrete? Watch it raise the sidewalk. The poly-level system raises building floors, levels driveways, raises steps. Amazing, isn't it? APS Foundation.
Hey, and a reminder, coming up tomorrow night, Friday Night Rivals live at 7 o'clock on My 68. It'll be Central of Clay versus Pleasant Grove. Gerhard, I know if you didn't have something to do on a high school football Friday night, you'd like to check out this game, as would I. We saw Pleasant Grove a couple of weeks ago. They're a scoring machine. And, of course, the football tradition of Central Clay. That game's got some serious marquee value to it.
100%. This could be what we see a little bit later on in December. Just putting that out there as a maybe. That's the number 2 and number 3 teams in the state. Of course, the re-air is on Saturday morning, but you mentioned it. These are 2 of the top 3 programs in all of Class 5A football. I think probably one of the best games on the slate in high school football.
And here's the kickoff. And a big hit on special teams. Nice coverage by Gadsden City coming down, and Miguel Mitchell taking a shot there on the return. We'll get another look at the kickoff coverage.
We've seen good kickoff coverage from both teams here to start this game.
Friendly fire there.
That is, yeah. He's trying to help him out with the block and ended up assisting in the tackle.
All right, Gerhard, let's see what this Oxford defense can do. They had that long drive with all those third down conversions. Now Gadsden City's defense has got to be feeling pretty good after their offense has given them their first lead of the game. I think this is an important drive for Oxford, at least not to go 3 and out here.
Exactly, and they can't have what happened on their last drive to happen again on this drive. You really can't get beat twice there. The Gadsden City defense, though, also looking not to replicate what happened in that first time around, where they were being able to move the ball at will on this Titan defense. They're a good play so far for Gadsden City early on. I wonder also if we'll see a different look here. Start to see a little bit more pressure from the Titan defense.
2nd down and 6 for the Jackets. This is Mitchell again. Boy, he's been a workhorse. Look at the footwork. Mitchell's going to have an first down out to the 33-yard line.
2 sure tacklers from Gadsden City come up to try to make the play. And then you see Malik Woods in position and just uses his feet right there once again. Does it again and picks up another first down. So after that blunder we saw on the special teams, he has had a sensational game so far as Mitchell. He's one of 10, only 10 seniors on this football team for the Jackets.
Jackets taking this play clock now down to 5, under 5. Robertson gets it snapped at 2 seconds. Mitchell nowhere to go that time. Gadsden City all over the play. Once again, we call the name of Samuel Horton, the senior defensive lineman. That is about the 3rd tackle behind the line of scrimmage he's made here in the first half.
The Austin Peay commit has been really good, both on the backside and on the front side as well. Whether the plays run away from him or towards him, he's been able to get his hands on the ball carrier, and he's a sure tackler. You can see he's a big guy, but he's really quick as well.
Very agile. Titans move across into the neutral zone, and just as we were talking good about Mr. Horton there, Gerhard.
Well, you saw the leadership right there.
We got before the snap, we got encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
And we saw the leadership there from Horton. As soon as it happened, he just tapped his head and he said, "That was on me, that's on me," and he's getting a talking to by his head coach, Ali Smith. And he knows once again that this every yard in penalties is really, really hurtful, especially with this Oxford offense, the way they're able to run the football.
2nd down and 7. Robertson with a little pump fake goes down the sideline, incomplete. Well-designed play, was trying to connect with Bozeman. A flag comes in as there was some hand grabbing there. We may have pass interference here.
That's right, and it looks like Eli Bozeman was trying as hard as he could to get the official to throw that flag, and then it does come on the backside of the play. Coach Ali Smith, he's looking for an answer here.
Official still conferring. We're still waiting on the answer.
There were 2 receivers in the area, also 2 defenders in the area as well. Maybe trying to find out exactly where it happened.
There's some hand grabbing, no question, there by Gadsden City's number 4, DeAndre Kirkpatrick.
Yes, and we got a situation where they call holding. So that must have been the deliberation, whether it was holding or pass interference. But then you had both. Of course, you take the PI.
You know, Coach Ali Smith, he's been around this program since its inception. Of course, if you know the history of Etowah County football, you had Gadsden High, Emma Sansom High, Litchfield High, 3 powerhouse football programs in their own right. They won 4 state championships between them. All 3 had at least one. 06, you had consolidation in Etowah County. Ali Smith was a part of Joe Billingsley's staff. He was the original coach at Gadsden City. He was the head coach at Gadsden High School. So this guy here, he's just bleeds Titan through and through.
It was a natural fit. As soon as Coach Billingsley stepped down, it was Ali Smith's job, and he's number one, wanted to just make this community really rally around this football program, and he's done it so far.
Not a design run this time. Robertson just had no choice, but Devontae Graham, the senior linebacker, showing good speed there to take down Robertson before he could get going. You know, there's been other coaches at Gadsden City in the history of the program since '06, but Ali Smith has been around the program, and he is all about defense, aggressive defense, team speed on defense, and we're seeing his fingerprints all over this unit tonight. Robertson trying to get around the corner. There is that team speed. It is very hard to go wide against this team. Elijah Taylor, the junior defensive lineman, there on the tackle.
And you're seeing all these defensive linemen really play well in space. A lot of times that's where you can get them kind of in a vulnerable position. But watch 94 there, just doing a great job keeping his feet underneath him. A very talented quarterback brings him down. So not only just good measurables, height, weight, good 40 time, everything else, but also good form, good tackling, and we've seen it across the board along that front 4.
So 3rd and 15 for the Jackets. Tough down here. Robertson fires over the middle. Pass is caught. Gain of only 4, however. Receiving the football that time was Amari Carroll, but it'll be 4th and 10 for the Jackets just across midfield. So does Coach Adams dare go for it here?
He went for it the first time. Obviously, it was more in 4-down territory there, way too long for a field goal. I don't see Robertson leaving the field. It looks like they thought about it for a second, but it looks like they will punt it away here. And for the Gadsden City defense, that is a really, really big play right there, being able to get this football team off the field, get it back to your offense, which had an explosive drive the last time they had the ball.
So Oxford's first punt of the night. They try to pin the Titans deep inside their own territory. Punt hits at the 20 and kicks sideways. It'll be out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. We'll take the break as well. 6:37 to play here from Titan Stadium. Titans lead the Yellow Jackets 7-3.
It's a new day here at Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden. Hi, I'm Kevin Riggin, General Manager, and I would like to personally invite you in to see the Team 1 difference. We offer one of the best inventories in North Alabama, and we will always promise the best deal. Visit our service department where we have highly trained technicians and the latest equipment. Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Chocolaca Park.
Hey, I'd like to remind you that King Boys Towing prides itself on being the towing service for the people. King Boys Towing, the people's towing service. Did you know they provide school-age kids with shoes at the beginning of each school year? This year, they actually gave away over 300 brand new pairs of shoes. Well, we are at Titan Stadium in Gadsden. It is Thursday night lights. Big rival matchup in Northeast Alabama coming across the state of Alabama tonight. Gadsden City and Oxford. Ollie Smith, we talked about him. You know, Sam Adams across the way for Oxford. A lot of people may not realize he started off as a college grad assistant for Tommy Tuberville at Auburn, wound up following Bobby Petrino to Louisville, settled in the high school ranks. We mentioned his 7 years at Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, and here he is, the head coach of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, dealing with such a youthful roster. And what a way to start the season with Thompson and Pleasant Grove back-to-back.
Probably, arguably, the toughest non-region schedule of any team in Class 6A. You start off with the #1 team in the state in Class 7A, and top 5 team in the country in the Thompson Warriors, and all you need to do is look up what they've done so far to start the season. And then Pleasant Grove, who we talked about earlier, will make a run at their 3rd straight 5A state championship. So a really tough way to start the year. Can't be too upset with the results so far, 2-1 in region play.
Gadsden City hands to Dajavi Byers. He spins up the middle for a gain of 5. Titans go without a huddle as we're under 6 minutes to play in the first half. 3rd down and 3. Waldrop with a long look over to the Gadsden City sideline. Big play here for both teams. Play clock under 5. Waldrop takes the snap. They hand it off. Here comes Byers. A race to the corner. Byers is going to win it. Sheer speed nets the Titans the Amherst first down.
We talked about how difficult it is to run on the Gadsden City defense. However, for these running backs, they can get to the corner. A lot of that, I'm pretty sure, is just being able to rep it against that tough defense. And a good job there getting to the outside and being able to pick up that first down. We've seen Byers quite a few times here in this offense. Once on that pitch, you see him on the outside really use his speed. And so far, they picked up yet another one.
So the drive continues. They swing it out in the flat, and a great defensive play coming from Jordan Dobbins as he wraps up the receiver for a loss on the play.
Excellent play there by the senior Dobbins. And take a look, he reads it all the way. He's able to come up with a huge open field tackle. That's a great job there by the linebacker, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
We may have a lot of youth on this field tonight, but we got a lot of athletes here. Jordan Dobbins, one of the few seniors on this entire Oxford roster this year. That was a fine play, a loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Waldrop, little play action. Gets the pass away to his tight end, Mason Johnson, and a well-designed and executed play out near the 40. Yellow Jackets, Davion Larkins credited with a tackle, but it is an Amherst first down, or maybe just a little short.
As you said, a well-designed play, and for the first couple of series, he's been mainly used as an inside blocker, that time showing off the hands.
So it is 3rd and a little less than 2 here for the Titans, as we're already under 4 minutes to play in a very fast-moving first half. Of course, Oxford kept the game's opening drive for over 9 minutes as they marched down to score their only points of the game, the field goal in the first quarter. We've got a timeout taken here by the Titans at the 3:32 mark, and we will take the break as well. Gadsden City with the ball, with a lead late first half here on Thursday Night Lights.
This is your invitation to shop Team One Nissan in Albertville. Everyone likes doing business with people you know and trust. Our entire staff at Team One Nissan is people that work and live right here in our community. People that are your neighbors. So when you're shopping for your next vehicle, shop where you get hometown service. And speaking of service, our staff is here to serve you. Check us out at team1nissan.com.
And we'd like to thank our friends at Amherst for sponsoring Thursday Night Lights week in and week out here on WOTM and all across the AHSAA statewide network. Amherst puts you first, with branches all across the state of Alabama. 7-3 Titan lead, 3:32 to play here in the first half. Ali Smith pacing that Titan sideline, hoping his offense can close the first half with more points. They have had their hands full with this Oxford team here tonight in this one. 3rd and 2, big play here out of the timeout. They'll try to run for it, and I think they're going to have it. It was, if they do get it, it won't be by much.
It won't, and it was a nice surge by the Oxford defense. However, I do think the way he's able to fall forward, he's able to pick up the first down, and that's exactly what happened.
An Amherst first down for Gadsden City at the 42. Another look at the play.
Yep, a good surge here by the Gadsden City offensive line. Picks up just enough blocks, and there you see the second effort falling forward, and he picks up that first down.
Waldrop turns loose of it quickly. It's one-on-one coverage back there. Some jostling at the 34. We're going to get interference called here against Oxford. The pass was intended for junior wide receiver Clyde Curry.
Starting to see a pattern here when Gadsden City goes deep. It is not very much as far as overall play development. Waldrop drops back just a hair. Maybe takes about a 3-step drop and then heaves it high. That time they got the look they wanted, once again one-on-one, but it looks like we'll have either another holding or
pass interference on the white, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Jaden Dobbins was on an island. Aggressive play call for the Titans. They pick up a good chunk of real estate with the PI penalty.
I like seeing that arm on Waldrop as well. You can tell he's a very talented quarterback.
What would a touchdown mean for the Titans here late in the first half? And they are getting much closer to it as Khalil Hughley with a huge hole. Credit that Titan offensive front for opening the floodgates for number 6.
Just like they did on that 3rd down play earlier, they just got a really nice push, and then the rest is on that guy right there, Hughley, the junior, just using his speed on the front end and then using the strength on the back end of that run, getting that ball inside the red zone.
First down, football at the 17. And here is Hughley. Can't find any daylight that time. The Oxford defense wrapping him up, led by Isaiah Wilson.
I think for here, the Oxford Yellow Jackets, especially on defense, really need to hold this team to 3. I think that'll be very important. A lot like what we saw the Gadsden City defense do on that opening drive.
Second down and 12, under 2 minutes now to play in the first half. They just do get the play off. Waldrop passes away, pass is caught down at around the 13-yard line. Nice comeback route that time by Clyde Curry.
Seeing the talented arm here of the young sophomore, getting to the outside, getting to a spot, throwing that ball on a dime, good route. And it's now third down, another big third down. I think it's really big for both clubs. I think for Gadsden City, taking commanding 14-3 lead to halftime is really important. I think for Oxford, if they can hold them to 3 here, will be impressive as well. That's if Gadsden City doesn't go for it.
3rd and 7, Waldrop passes away, it's caught at the 10, fighting for it is Mason Johnson, and he is going to have a first down for the Titans. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 7.
Good play here by the tight end. Watch him sneak right out of the backfield, and then Waldrop doing a good job of being patient, letting him get into his route. He breaks it off, and that's a perfect pitch and catch.
So Gadsden City 1st and goal at the 7. A chance to close out the first half with a possible score. Fade pattern incomplete. Clyde Curry, the intended receiver. Amari Carroll was step for step.
He was, and watch this pressure here by Oxford. And once again, Dobbins comes in free, forcing Waldrop to throw that ball a little bit more uncomfortably than he's been used to in the first few throws of this football game.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. We'll take the break as well. Titans trying to close the first half here with a touchdown.
I was finally ready to buy my first home after renting for the last several years. As I started my search, I got overwhelmed by how many websites and confusing listings there are. That's when I found the experts at ERA King. To me, ERA means expertise, reliability, and activity. I depended on them to find a home in my budget, and they didn't stop working until the keys were in my hands. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
And our score, Gadsden City with a 7-3 lead, but looking for more here late first half as they have it 2nd and goal at the 7. And hey, there you see a live look in the studio at TV 24 in Oxford. Coming up at halftime, these two characters, Bucket Head and King, are part of our lineup. We have the Ask Roger segment, compliments of Alabama Professional Services. Mentioned Buckethead and the King will join us live. Then we'll also have a preview of next Thursday night's matchup between Spain Park and Oak Mountain, as both head coaches will speak with our own John Holder. We'll have highlights and stats of the first half of what has been a really good matchup tonight between two non-region rivals, Gadsden City and Oxford. Titans 2nd and goal from the 7. 1:01 to play here in our first half. Waldrop with the handoff and nowhere to go for Peoples as he was taken off his feet on a fine defensive play by the Yellow Jackets' Isaiah Wilson.
On that play, they had Kamari Smith coming in motion, and I think they done a little pitch pass to him. He only had one guy to beat on the outside. It is a tough guy to beat in Dobbins. That time Peoples, the same guy that scored a touchdown earlier, he is capable. Stuff there at the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 7. Waldrop pass is batted down. Another good play by Jordan Dobbins right in the face of the quarterback that time.
Well, they have to start accounting for him in their blocking scheme. He's come wide open several times so far, and that time doing a good job of just putting his hands up, still being in position to make the tackle just in case Waldrop came down with it. So far, a really good night here for the senior.
So the Titans are going to try to end the drive with some points as they send the field goal unit out. Give the Oxford defense credit, keeping Gadsden City out of the end zone. Another flag here before the snap. So all for naught. Put the flag away, and we'll have the field goal attempt coming up here for the Titans as Gabriel Brito will try to extend the Gadsden City lead. And another timeout. Coach Adams make the kicker think about it here for a moment.
We're trying to bring him back together.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank Alabama Professional Services for their support on Thursday Night Lights throughout the season. Alabama Professional Services, experts in just about anything you need done around your home, whether it's foundation repair, waterproofing, concrete repair, also things such as pest control, termites, mosquitoes, lawn care, and even gutter shutter systems. Alabama Professional Services for all your home improvement needs. Call theshield.com for more information. Titan band getting set to take the turf here at Titan Stadium on what is a wonderful night for high school football. Last week we couldn't say that. We had a lightning delay in our game last Thursday night. This week we're drying out. Temperatures have dropped a little. Feels like football season.
Perfect thing for the first day of fall as we cracked that last night.
We are having all kind of trouble getting this field goal attempt.
Timeout. White.
You know, see much icing by high school coaches, you know?
Right, you don't. But it might be the old adage that you can't take them with you, so you might as well call them while you have them. But it does at that time. We see this a lot in the NFL when kickers do get iced. They just go ahead and kick the ball anyways and see kind of where it lands and any adjustments they need to make after that. And then track the ball completely after that last kick to see where it was. But you're right. This is not something we typically see in high school football. But, you know, Coach Adams does come from the college ranks where they do that a lot there. So we'll see if Gadsden City's special teams either makes the adjustment there or comes away with points here. I think either way, Coach Adams has to be pretty pleased with his defense, the way they were able to play on that drive and hold them to this possession and attempt.
And we'll remind you, WOTM is your exclusive TV home for all of the AHSAA championship events. Obviously, we are marching our way to the Super 7 high school football state championships this season, and WOTM is your exclusive home for all of that. Here we go again. And I guess we can just say practice makes perfect, because of all the kicks, that was the best one there.
And you see how excited he is coming off the field and how excited that special teams unit is all together as they walk off. I think he understood what was going on there, and I think he's proud to put another 3 points on the board for the Titans.
So Gadsden City, after falling behind 3-0, 10 unanswered points, to take a 10-3 lead, and barring some type of big play in the remaining 21 seconds, they will have a 10-3 lead at halftime. Gadsden City will get the kickoff to begin the third quarter. Ali Smith's team. Doing a good job of executing and getting the field goal here late first half, thanks to this young man, Gabriel Brito, the sophomore place kicker.
I think the entire team really settled down after that first drive was basically all Oxford. They were able to take that timeout, recompose themselves, and so far, offense, defense, and special teams have all stepped up to the plate.
And this will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Jackets will come out 1st and 10 with 21 seconds to play here in the first half.
That was another thing that I was thinking about as Oxford was using those timeouts was they'll have a shot at it, maybe get into field goal range, a couple deep passes, but I guess that thought process was not going to be, hey, let's hold these two timeouts to the next possession. So let's see what they do here with 21 seconds and no timeouts on this clock here for Oxford. But keep in mind, Oxford did get the ball first in that first half, and so it'll be the Titans on offense to start the third.
And Robertson hands it off to Mitchell. Huge hole. Mitchell out across the 30 up to the 40. Hard running here by the Oxford running back. Still not down. Finally, a host of Titan defenders. Took about 5 guys to get him down just short of midfield. Still 9 seconds. Oxford hurries up here to try to get another play off. Robertson spikes it to stop the clock with 4 seconds.
And I think after that run, you're thinking, well, if we just had a timeout, we might have been able to not have to burn the clock there. A fantastic run there. You saw DK on the run there for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. And it's been an interesting first quarter, to say the least, after that very long drive early, a very short drive by Gadsden City. And now they sit here with a 7-point lead.
One more play barring a defensive penalty. I think both coaches are going to take all these timeouts off the table before they head to halftime.
Yeah, it's kind of a law of averages thing, right? The first quarter went so quickly, it basically went as your clock went in real life, and then here we've kind of grinded to a halt here to run up this last minute or so on the clock in this game. However, I do think both teams have a lot of positives to take with them as they go to halftime, and obviously things to clean up for both squads as well.
A look ahead to what's coming up on Thursday Night Lights. Coming up next week, we've talked about it already tonight, Oak Mountain and Spain Park. A preview of that game coming up at halftime momentarily. Then on October 7th, Faith Academy at Viger. Then on the 14th, it'll be Mountain Brook at Homewood. Still to be determined on October 21st. And then on the 28th of October, this same Oxford team will be traveling to take on Central Phoenix City in a very challenging game to end the season and possibly their postseason tune-up. What a tune-up that would be if they do get in the playoffs. Robertson stepping up, throws, pass is complete. And the play will end right there as the first half will come to a close. Sam Adams' team hanging in there with the Class 7A Gadsden City Titans tonight. And they will trail 10-3 as both teams head to the locker room here at halftime. Series between these two teams tied at 8 apiece. Split right down the middle, tells you how close this series has been since its inception when Gadsden City became a school back in 2006.
So far, though, Oxford has had the bragging rights over the last 5 games, winners of 5 in a row. They also met one time in the playoffs as well when they were both 6A squads. A lot of history between these two clubs.
And we are joined now by Gadsden City head coach Ali Smith. Coach, your team fell behind on that long drive to start the game, but then you got some things going. Your defense real aggressive and some big plays out of your offense.
Well, they showed us a few things offensively on that side that we hadn't seen, hadn't prepared for. We just got to settle down and play football.
Offensively, Coach, looks like Waldrop has found a little groove there in the passing game. I'm expecting that you'll try to incorporate a little bit more of that in the second half. What's your message to your club?
Well, the main thing is just take care of the football in the second half, and let's just try to sustain some more drives there.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us at halftime. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
We'll continue with Thursday Night Lights from Titan Stadium when we come back from this break.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
At Team One Toyota, you'll always find the car you want at a price you'll love. And shopping with Team One Toyota is like no other experience. Right now, you can custom order your brand new Toyota. You can pick the color you want, the trim you want, the interior you want, all the equipment and technology you'll want. And this month, when you come into the dealership to custom order your Toyota with us, we'll take an additional $500 off. A lot is changing in the car business because we're the ones changing it. Choose Team One Toyota, where we're driven by great people and great prices.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Chocolaca Park.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium in Gadsden. Thursday Night Lights. Oxford and Gadsden City matched up in a good one here this week. We are at halftime, and it's time now for our Ask Roger segment from our friends at Alabama Professional Services.
Hello, Birmingham. I'm Ashley Daniels with today's Ask Roger segment. Of course, joining me today is Roger.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Well, we've had a ton of rain this summer. I think we all know that. And that can really do a lot of damage to your foundation. What can people look for, or are there signs that you do have damage?
Well, what you can do is look around the outside of your home, especially when it's really rainy. Rain will wash the foundation mud away and all like that. So look for cracks in your foundation. Look for water coming into your basement and stuff like that. That means we have a foundation problem. This way you can come out, look at it. We can give you an easy fix for it because it's easier to fix it at the beginning then toward the end, then it gets very expensive to get it fixed.
What can happen if you don't get it fixed?
You can have a house slide off of a mountain and stuff like that, and sometimes it can get up in the $60,000 and $70,000 to get it fixed. At the very beginning, it might be $2,000 or $3,000, but toward the end, it can get very expensive.
It just gets worse.
Correct.
Okay.
But on the other hand, a lot of people don't understand that when it starts drying up, we have issues also with foundations. They also need to look for cracks and all like that. They can go upstairs, look for cracks around doors and everything like that. This way they'll know if something's going on, because during dry seasons, the ground dries up, shrinks, and the foundation is going to follow the ground.
I do remember a few years ago when we had a drought.
Correct.
And it had been raining a lot before, and then we had this drought, and so that can really do damage on a house.
A lot of damage. And usually on a drought, you don't see the problem for about 2 years.
All right, if you have any questions, you can email Roger at askroger@alabamaprofessional.com.
Ask Roger is brought to you by Alabama Professional Services.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
This is your invitation to shop Team One Nissan in Albertville. Everyone likes doing business with people you know and trust. Our entire staff at Team One Nissan is people that work and live right here in our community. People that are your neighbors. So when you're shopping for your next vehicle, shop where you get hometown service. And speaking of service, our staff is here to serve you. Check us out at team1nissan.com.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
And we continue now at halftime at Titan Stadium in Gadsden. Oxford and Gadsden City in a non-region matchup tonight. Right now it's time for a very special feature at halftime, taking the community by storm. It's time to go live to the TV24 Oxford studio and hear from Buckethead and the King.
Welcome to High School Prime Time, the halftime show here with Buckethead and the King. Boy, I'm proud of you Yellow Jackets. They're staying right there with them Gadsden City Titans.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I'm nervous.
You better be nervous.
I'm nervous because, you know, it's 10-3 right now. And we had the opportunity to move the ball, but...
Well, I will say this. Gadsden City was up on Hoover at halftime a couple weeks ago, so you got to feel pretty good about where the Yellow Jackets are at right now during halftime.
Yeah, I just hope Gadsden can't close it like they couldn't close the deal on Hoover. I hope they can't close the deal on Lock.
Well,
I said I hope. Come on now, Buckethead.
You're dreaming big, but I'm going to let you do that. I mean, I picked the Titans in this game, and so far, they should have stuck that ball in right there before half, and I'd have felt a lot better. But I got to give it to you. Your Jackets are playing well.
I don't really want you to give me anything. I just want you to have a clear understanding that my Yellow Jackets going to do what they need to do and come back down 4-31 with that win.
You think they'll come back with the win tonight?
I said it.
I don't see them coming back with the win, but hey, I love people that dream big, because if you don't dream big, big things can't happen. So you keep on dreaming, King.
I don't do no dreaming.
Hey,
let's go.
The good thing about it is the Yellow Jackets played some tough teams early in the year.
Yes, they
They
did.
played the #1 team in the state in 7A, the #1 team in the state.
Number 4 in the nation.
Number 4 in the nation.
Okay.
The #1 team in the state in 5A.
That's right.
In Pleasant Grove. We talked about Thompson in 7A.
Uh-huh.
Talking about Pleasant Grove in 5A. So it's helped your young Yellow Jackets get ready for this game.
That's how you do it. You take a little young puppy, you put the little rag in his mouth, make him get tough. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. We got a little toughness right there for them first two little beatings we took. But I guarantee you it's better for the team.
And you took some beatings the first 2 games.
I took some beatings on the field, and I took some beatings off the field. A lot of folks, called me and rubbed that in.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this for sure. I'm really surprised that they're actually playing this well with Gadsden City. I figured Gadsden City would be too fast, too strong, and would run them off the field. And so far, mistakes caused Gadsden City one time. They got a turnover, but they didn't have anything happen. So, but I'm proud of you Yellow Jackets right now.
Well, thank you.
But now, as I say that, we got another big game coming up on WOTM tomorrow night. And the team that did your Yellow Jackets dirty, that team that did your Yellow Jackets dirty, the Pleasant Grove Spartan,
right?
It's on My 68. The game will be on My 68 tomorrow night, and it is at the Old Gray Lady at Legion Field.
But I'm actually going to take Central Clay.
You're taking Central Clay?
I said it.
Yeah, so let's roll the highlights on this and go straight to the highlights. This is last year's game, and the Spartans are looking better this year than they did last year.
You sure?
I'm positive. So listen, Darryl LeBeau's done went and got him some new Air Jordan kicks over there.
Darryl LeBeau he's Steve Spurrier of Birmingham.
He is a Steve Spurrier of Birmingham. He's an absolute offensive genius when it comes to putting points up, and he's done that.
On Xbox.
On the Xbox?
On that PlayStation.
Well, listen to this. You tell your Clay Central boys that's a long ride to Birmingham to have to ride back because they're going to take a beating over there. But you can see on the highlights, this is last year's game, and they didn't take any prisoners. Now, number 2, he's playing for Kentucky right now, so he's not with them, but they just reloaded this year, I can tell you that.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain something to you.
Well, explain something to me.
I got the advantage because I got the coach coming over there that's been doing this for years, and we're going to be able to handle that. We handle pressure.
Well, let me just say this. If I was a betting man, I put everything I had on that purple and gold tomorrow night at 7 o'clock over at the Old Gray Lady. They play in where football was born in the South. That's where they play it. And it's like I said, it's going to be on My 68. It'll be on there at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And if you can't get to My 68, go to the football game. Yeah. You can't beat going to the Old Gray Lady and watching a football game there. I can tell you that.
I don't think you ought to have to force nobody to go see a game like that. That's going to be a good game.
Well, last year's game was a lot closer than this year's game will be. I can promise you that. They met 2 years ago in the state championship game, and Clay Central did get the best of them, beat him by a foot. The guy fell a foot short of scoring the winning touchdown. But that's my boy LeBeau, and he's going to do his thing. I can promise you that. So y'all go out tomorrow night. Like I said, if you're not able to go to the game, it's going to be live on My 68, and you'll see it tomorrow on My 68, Clay Central, Pleasant Grove at the Old Gray Lady.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
Hi, I'm Courtney. Welcome to Team 1 Hyundai. If you want the absolute most and best out of your dollars, you have to choose Hyundai. Over the years, Hyundai has grown leaps and bounds from general transportation to the luxury, family, sporty brand that you want and need. If you didn't already know, Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, Hyundai Assurance, 3 full years of complimentary maintenance, and 24-hour roadside assistance.
Have you seen foam lift concrete? Watch it raise the sidewalk. The poly-level system raises building floors, levels driveways, raises steps. Amazing, isn't it? APS Foundation.
Tired of being treated as a zero at car dealers? Well, at the Serra Automotive Group in Sylacauga, you're the hero with zero down and low monthly payments. Tony Serra Ford says try zero down on F-150s with payments starting at $419 per month. Serra Honda says zero down on Civic LXs starting at $339 per month. Serra Nissan says zero down on new Nissan Kicks and payments starting at $299 per month. At Serra Automotive, you're never a zero with zero down and low monthly payments. Serra Automotive, located on Highway 280 in Sylacauga.
And we roll on at halftime from Titan Stadium in Gadsden. Oxford and Gadsden City tonight on Thursday Night Lights. By the way, coming up next week, another good one for you on Thursday night as Spain Park will do battle with Oak Mountain. And right now for a preview, our own John Holder caught up with both head coaches, Sean Rainey and Tyler Crane.
Welcome back into the AHSAA Weekly. Previewing the game coming up on Thursday night, September 30th, the AHSAA Game of the Week here on WOTM. It will be a dandy in Class 7A Region 3. Spain Park and Oak Mountain, two schools about 3 miles apart from each other. We've got the head coach of the Oak Mountain Eagles, Coach Tyler Crane, joining us here. Coach, welcome in. Glad to have you with us on the AHSAA Weekly.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Coach, an open date as you get ready for this game coming up next week with the Spain Park Jaguars. Just kind of tell us your philosophy. Every coach is a little bit different on how they handle open dates in the middle of the season. How are things going to be going at Oak Mountain?
Well, the big thing for us this week is just work on competing. We just got finished with practice probably about 10 minutes ago. So we had a very good practice. We got after it really well. We pushed the guys a little bit past their limit and tried to really focus on doing the little things. You know, that was something that really hurt us last Friday night, so we wanted to try to get that corrected today and the next 2 days.
Coach, let's talk about some of the players on your team. As folks tune in across the state and watch this game between Oak Mountain and Spain Park, who are some of the folks that they need to be looking for from Oak Mountain?
Offensively, I mean, you know, you have to start with Evan Smith. He's probably one of the best athletes, if not the best athlete in the state of Alabama. There's really nothing he can't do. You know, running back wise, Trey Vassell, C.J. Branson, receiver Cade George, Ethan Hammett. Well, you know, we've got some really good guys that are, you know, seniors this year that are really leading our team. We have some really good offensive linemen and Nick Rigdon. I mean, Mason Burnett, both seniors, but Luke Oswald. Sawyer Hodo, I mean, those guys, they really hold their own. They're doing a really good job for us this year. And then defensively, I mean, you know, Garrett Murphy, Jakai Mullen, Cam Atkinson. I mean, we've got some guys that can really play ball, and I've been very proud of them.
Coach, let's talk about the rivalry aspect of this. These two schools about 3 miles apart, about as close as you can get. Everybody knows everybody. You've been in your coaching career and playing career, you've been in rivalry games like this where everybody knows everybody, and this is one of those games between Oak Mountain and Spain Park. Talk about the familiarity that the two teams have with each other.
You know, it's funny. I pass it every day. I pass it every day coming to work and pass it every day going home. A lot of our kids, you know, can see Spain Park from their backyard, and vice versa. Spain Park kids can see us. So, you know, it's weird sometimes about how things are, you know, lines are drawn and these kids go here and these kids go there. But, you know, it is a big rival. It is. And, you know, nobody from Oak Mountain wants to lose to Spain Park, and I'm sure nobody from Spain Park wants to lose to Oak Mountain. So it's definitely a rivalry.
Coach, thank you so much for spending time with us. Looking forward to seeing your team compete in that tough Class 7A Region 3 with Spain Park next week. We're joined now by the head coach of the Spain Park Jaguars, Coach Sean Rainey. Coach Rainey, good evening. Glad to have you with us and welcome in to the AHSAA Weekly.
Thank you, John. I appreciate y'all having me on. Appreciate what y'all do for high school football.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about you've got an open date. You don't play this week, and then we'll talk a little bit about the game coming up next week here on WOTM with the open date. And, you know, football now is really year-round. You have spring, you have 7-on-7 during the summer, hard, grueling days in August. How important is this open date to you and your football team right now?
It is very important because after 5 weeks of the schedule we played, we're pretty banged up. So to get a week in here and just kind of have the kids get a break and have a little tradition. I cook barbecue for the seniors tomorrow night and just kind of regroup and refocus on what we've kind of been through. And
Coach, as we look to your football team and what folks around the state next week when they're tuning in, you mentioned those seniors. Who are some of the guys that maybe folks can be looking for as they watch this game coming up next Thursday night?
Our quarterback, Evan Smallwood, has really had a good season. We've got a little running back named Zamir Ferris that's really good in return game and explosive running back for us. And defensively, we got a defensive end, Brian Austin. A lot of those kids are juniors, and so we've got a lot of younger kids that we're playing. And so we've kind of gained some experience these first 5 games. And
well, Coach, we're going to be very fortunate to bring a taste of Class 7A Region 3 of the great tradition, the great program that you have at Spain Park and at Oak Mountain to a statewide audience here on Thursday night on WOTM. Thank you for spending time with us here on the AHSAA Weekly.
Yes, sir. Thank you for covering us, and thank y'all for what you do for high school football.
John Rainey is the head football coach of the Spain Park Jaguars, our AHSAA Game of the Week coming up on Thursday night.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Tired of being treated as a zero at car dealers? Well, at the Sarah Automotive Group in Sylacauga, you're the hero with 0 down and low monthly payments. Tony Sarah Ford says try 0 down on F-150s with payments starting at $419 per month. Sarah Honda says 0 down on Civic LXs starting at $339 per month. Sarah Nissan says 0 down on new Nissan Kicks and payments starting at $299 per month. At Sarah Automotive, you're never a zero with 0 down and low monthly payments. Sarah Automotive, located on Highway 280 in Sylacauga.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Chocolaca Park.
And Thursday Night Lights, presented by Alabama Professional Services, continues now from Titan Stadium in Gadsden. Mickey Shadricks and Gerhard Mathangani with you now. And joined now by Oxford head coach Sam Adams. Coach, your team got off to a good start with that long drive to begin the game. You started off with the field goal to put you up 3-0. They're a very explosive team. What'd you talk about at halftime as you head into the second half?
Well, I mean, I think you nailed it on the defensive side, just limiting the explosive plays. You know, they hit a couple throws. We've held up fairly well against the run. You know, they got loose, a time or two. And, the first drive was really the way that, we kind of wanted to come out and set the tone for the game and run the ball effectively. And after the first drive, we had a couple opportunities and had some possible touchdown throws that, we didn't hook up on. So, hopefully we can just be a little more opportunistic coming out here in the second half.
Coach, you and I spoke last week, and it was kind of the message going into this week about how young your team is. Assess how you feel they've played through the first 2 quarters of this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've played really well. They're coming to a, kind of hostile environment. And, we got lots of young guys out there, but, nobody feels sorry for us. I mean, those guys have got to grow up and play. And, we're kind of seeing that happen week after week. There's 5 freshmen and an 8th grader out there for us. And, they're playing their tails off right now.
Coach, a lot of positives there for you in that first half, though. Good luck in the second half against a very talented Gadsden City team.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Go Big O.
All right, Oxford coach Sam Adams there talking about the explosiveness of Gadsden City as we see in these highlights from the first half, Gerhard. But again, it was Oxford executing to start the game. They held the football for over 9 minutes, wound up ending the drive with a field goal, but it was very impressive. So many third down conversions in that first drive.
It really was, and I think the most impressive part about it was they started so far into their own territory, and it could have been a disaster. However, they started off really well, got those first downs early, but the Gadsden City defense really stepped up late. They were able to hold them to that field goal and the only points of the first half. And then right after that, Gadsden City came back with some explosive plays, and I think that really helped them out to kind of break the cycle of the game, because the cycle of the game was really more the momentum all on the Oxford Yellow Jacket side. But then we saw some great plays, both on the offense and defense, some miscues from both teams. You talk about the explosive plays. There's one of them, a huge pass from Waldrop to Smith, and they were able to get one of the 2 scores in the game so far. And I'll tell you what I've been really impressed by is the play on the outside. Linebackers, defensive ends for both teams and doing a good job of tackling in space.
10-3 game here at halftime. This is the run here that set Gadsden City up late in the first half. They wound up getting the field goal there as the kicker had to endure a couple of timeouts from the Oxford sideline, and still the young sophomore kept his poise and booted the field goal through there. But overall, Gerhard, I think both teams played pretty well in that first half.
I think so too, and you see Oxford those 3 points. However, in a large way, you could say that they found ways and they were able to dominate the game in certain levels, and I think that's exactly where they want to be right now. Instead of, though, kicking field goals and being able to punt the football off, I think that they obviously want to be able to get in the end zone, get there for 6, but given 2 quarters with how young this Oxford football team is, I think you have to be really impressed with them. And then Gadsden City doing a perfect job countering right after that, scoring a touchdown and getting the field goal before the half.
Titans will receive to begin the second half, and the kick is fielded at about the 17-yard line by Byers. He returns it out to about the 30, and it goes without saying this is a very big drive here in the game. Gadsden City would love to go down and score right away here to extend this past a 7-point lead. Meanwhile, Oxford is looking to hold, get the ball back, and as Coach Adams told us, what we saw in that first drive with third down conversions, keeping the ball, running the clock, shortening the game, it'd be interesting to see if they can pull that off at all here in the second half.
And the counter off of that, and I think the adjustments will be the biggest part of that, does the Gadsden City defense counter with a little bit more pressure here in the second half if Oxford does try to do that in the first, like they did in the first, with a lot of success.
And here is Justin Peoples, first down carry for Gadsden City. Not much at all underneath that pile. Nick Merriweather for the Oxford Yellow Jackets, so a short gain on the first snap of the second half.
Good play there by the Oxford defense, and for Gadsden City, it's another interesting point for their offense. Do they go kind of what they did last time, using the big plays to set up that short game as far as the passing goes? Or do they do what Oxford tried to do in that first half, and they did very well, was be able to run the ball effectively?
Second down and 8 from the 35. Waldrop sets his feet and fires away. Pass is incomplete. That would have been a tough grab to make. It was intended for Khalil Hughley right at the first down marker, but with the incompletion now, it'll be 3rd and 8 for Gadsden
Oxford
City.
Only brought 3 players there off the line of scrimmage. Dropped several back in coverage there and tried his best. And you see the arm talent by Waldrop very close to being able to get that. But as you mentioned, it would have been a tough grab anyways, and I don't think he would have got the first down had he caught the football. So it's a very big third down here for both squads.
Big opportunity for this Oxford defense. 3rd and 8 for the Titans. Jackets coming after Waldrop. He's flushed out of the pocket. Going to turn and fire downfield, and it is picked at the 43. Interception made by Oxford's Jordan Dobbins. That is the 2nd turnover of the game for Gadsden City, and what a good game this young man is having.
He certainly has, whether it's rushing off the edge, that time in coverage. And I think that the young sophomore will learn from this. He gets flushed out, only rushing with 4, and then he throws right here into double coverage, actually triple coverage if you count the backside safety there. And this is just a throw that You want to be able to put away, and I know he wants to make a play for his team, make a play for his offense. There's 2 playmakers down there. However, it's a dangerous throw and one of the growing pains of a young sophomore, and Dobbins once again continuing his fantastic game so far in this one.
So the Oxford offense back on the field now. Early in the third quarter, there's Sam Robertson, who's had a very good game here running and throwing for the Yellow Jackets. First down carry goes to Miguel Mitchell, and he picks up a short gain over left tackle.
Looked to be stuffed early on, but a good job of there just keeping his feet moving and falling forward, picking up a few yards there on that first down play. Gadsden City's defense understands that Oxford will try to replicate their first drive of the football game, so they know that any running down is really important, especially those first downs where Oxford ran it a lot.
And they used the quarterback draw a good bit with success in that first half. Robertson hands it off up the middle, and this play stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a half yard that time, and there you see number 92, Aaron Richard and Samuel Horton, the 2 senior defensive linemen. They have really controlled the line of scrimmage when they've been on the field.
It's a defensive coordinator's dream when you can get not only pressure, but also make sound tackles with your front 4. Whether it's an interior guy or an outside guy, when you don't have to use your front 4 to just basically clog up your offensive linemen and then have your linebackers make plays. When your defensive line can make plays, especially being able to tackle in space, it is a real benefit.
Third down and 6. Trying to get outside is Larkins, and he is unable to do so again. Very tough to run wide against that Gadsden City defense, and look who was out there, defensive lineman Samuel Horton again.
Right on cue. Surprise, surprise here. Watch him coming off the backside here. This might be one of the more impressive plays. Comes off the block and holds him up just enough to get some reinforcements. And it's 92 and 91. They both had games today. Both seniors doing a great job.
4th and 3. How about this? Coach Adams with the offense out there at his own 48-yard line. And now here comes the punting unit. They're going to have to call a timeout. Way too deep into the play clock here to get the punting unit out there. So Oxford burning their first timeout of the second half. We'll take the break as well. Be back in a moment.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Well, the Oxford punting team out on the field now on 4th and 3. Low snap, and the punt is out of there. And a fair catch call for at the 28-yard line by Gadsden City's Kamari Smith. So Oxford unable to move the football after they get the interception from Jordan Dobbins. So the Titans offense right back out on the field.
Thanks to Mr. Horton and Mr. Richard for Gadsden City's defense doing a good job there on that series, giving the ball back to their offense. And this is an offense that the last time they had the football, not the previous time in this first half, but the second to last possession of the first half, they were able to get the ball moving via the big play, something that they were able to do and not only get production on, but then use that to open up their running game. I think we might have had a personnel issue here with Gadsden City, and I don't know if they were able to call the timeout.
Sideline warning against Oxford. Gadsden City 1st and 10 at their 27-yard line. Waldrop handing off right up the middle to Byers, and a big hole there for the senior, DeJavi Byers.
Saw him on the outside a couple times. That time he picks up the Amherst first down by going straight up the middle. We saw this one time in the first half. A lot of times they like to use his speed on the outside. That time, once again, well blocked by that front by Gadsden City.
First down at the 40 now for Gadsden City, just short of the 40. Give up the middle again to Byers. This time he is wrestled down after a gain of 3. Tackle made there by Caleb Tenner of the Yellow Jacket D.
Good job there by the interior for Oxford. Second time that the 9th graders made a big play there. You see the youth up front for Gadsden City, but so far he's playing very well, especially against the run.
2nd and 6, another running play. This is Byers trying to get around the corner and unable to do so. Pursued there. Outstanding job by that Oxford defense, stretching out the play.
100% being able to fit their gaps inside the run and on these running plays. And we talked about Byers getting to the outside and Gadsden City really liking to use his speed on the corner. But a good job in pursuit there by the Jackets.
So 3rd and 6 for Gadsden City. Oxford showing blitz. Waldrop saw the same thing we did. Play clock down to 5. And they barely get the play off. Waldrop's pass is complete at the 46. Beautiful execution. Kamari Smith on the reception.
They went to Kamari Smith the last time they had a big throw down the field. This is just precision passing here by Waldrop. Watch him get to the outside. Doing a good job of being patient. A nice, crisp route there by Smith. And he picks up yet another first down. This is a really solid tandem here by Waldrop and Smith. Saw it on just a go route, and that time going to the outside.
Trips right here for Gadsden City, wide side of the field on 1st and 10 at the Oxford 45. They hand it off and nothing doing. Another good play there made by the Jackets number 3, who we are missing on our roster. We are efforting to get the young man's name correctly. And there you see it, Shenad Whitfield. He's had a good game tonight.
Another senior for this football team, really versatile player. They use him a lot in both coverage and on the blitz, that time playing the run perfectly.
So the play loses 3, 2nd and 13 for the Titans. Waldrop looks, goes up top, and it is caught. Flag flies, but it's caught anyway by Kamari Smith inside the 10.
It's an unbelievable play here by Smith. Now I have to check what this flag is to see if he used anything to get any separation. If not, that is one heck of an individual effort.
Looks like they're marching back. This may be coming back. Ineligible man downfield, pass interference on the D. We're going to have offsetting penalties.
And that is a real killer for Gadsden City. They got a big play once again by Smith, another big play, and then hampered by an ineligible receiver downfield. They've loosened up these rules just a little bit.
Pass interference here, replay 2nd down.
I tell you, that's a tough call there.
Very tough call. Great play there by Smith. If not, pretty sure we would have seen him on next Monday night's version of You Got Mossed.
So we'll do it again, 2nd and 13, back at the 48. Waldrop passes away. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for Hughley.
That time Oxford brought pressure, but Gadsden City really did a good job in pass protection. Watch here as Waldrop has plenty of time to throw. Good blocking down the field. Then you see the drop right there. Well-designed play to the outside, and it's a nice throw from the young sophomore.
So 3rd and 13. Play clock once again down to 5. Waldrop. Eyes downfield. And the pass is picked. It's Dobbins. And he loses his footing at the 30. A flag comes in at the end of the play, but that is 2 interceptions tonight for that young man, Jordan Dobbins.
And that time it came off the tip, and Dobbins able to keep his concentration and catch the football. Another tough throw there by Waldrop, but just a better, more impressive play there by Dobbins. There you see Coach Smith talking to his young quarterback. You like the effort and you like the enthusiasm in trying to make the play there for his football team, but Dobbins is coming up on the better end so far, especially in the second half with 2 picks.
Pass interference or illegal block on the return after the interception. Gadsden City going exclusively pass there. And there you see Mr. Dobbins with his
sideline interference over here, declined, block in the back, here, first down. So
another look at the replay.
Well, watch here on the rollout. There you see the tip by his receiver in Hughley. The concentration by Dobbins. And then you see the block in the back right there.
The concentration by Dobbins to still be able to, it's almost like a catcher catching a wicked foul tip. His instincts, his reflex is very good.
Exactly, and every defense works on a tip drill. So, but you work on it when the ball's going in the air. So you tip it, the ball goes in the air, so you get it off the reflection, off the deflection. That time was probably even more impressive because the ball just ended up in a weird trajectory going down, and he was still able to make the adjustment, catch the football, and take it for good yards on the return. So player of the second half so far, definitely Jaden Dobbins.
Timeout on the field. Back to Titan Stadium in a moment.
This is your invitation to shop Team One Nissan in Albertville. Everyone likes doing business with people you know and trust. Our entire staff at Team One Nissan is people that work and live right here in our community. People that are your neighbors. So when you're shopping for your next vehicle, shop where you get hometown service. And speaking of service, our staff is here to serve you. Check us out at team1nissan.com.
Right now at Ted's Abbey Carpet and Floor, the keyword is free. Buy any type of flooring at Ted's Abbey Carpet and Floor and we'll install it absolutely free. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, or vinyl, get it professionally installed absolutely free. Why pay to have your new floor installed when you can have it installed absolutely free and get 0% financing for an entire year? That's right, free interest for an entire year and free installation. That's Ted's Abbey Carpet and Floor's free installation sale going on right now.
And a reminder, coming up tomorrow night, Friday Night Rivals on My 68, a great matchup. Central of Clay versus Pleasant Grove, 7 o'clock kickoff live tomorrow night. In case you miss it, while you're out at your favorite game, you can see the replay on WOTM beginning Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
Arguably the game of the week so far in all of high school football. Around the state, that's the number 2 team and the number 3 team hooking up in Pleasant Grove. It's actually a rematch of the state championship game a few years back. Pleasant Grove has been to the state championship game twice, as we talked about the last time that you and I had their football team's game, and they looked as ready for another deep playoff run. Clay Central And Coach Danny Horn, one of the best coaches in all of high school football history. You know the Volunteers will be ready as well. That should be a phenomenal one tomorrow.
Pleasant Grove put 61 on the board against Oxford in a Week 2 win that was later reversed due to an ineligible player. So Pleasant Grove really they don't get credit for those 61 points. And a good running play here, an Amherst first down as the Yellow Jackets hand it off to Jaden Dobbins. He takes it down inside the 40.
Another good play here by another Dobbins. We had Jaden and Jordan both making plays for the Oxford Yellow Jackets here today, and it's a good run to the outside, finally tackled there by Kirkpatrick.
One of those youngsters on this Oxford roster making an impact, Robertson. Handing off to him once again, not much over the left side, maybe a couple of yards for Mr. Dobbins. But Oxford, I think, no doubt in 4-down territory here. And again, they would love to put together some first downs and shorten this game. Just a one-score game.
That's exactly right. Take another good look at Coach Adams in a dogfight here. I think he's been really impressed by the way his team has been able to respond, especially in that first half, doing a lot of that here in the second as well.
Robertson did a good job running in the first half. Nice run here. He's out of bounds, but not before he picks up another Amherst first down just inside the Gadsden City 30.
Shades of what we saw there in the first half. This time is a power front by Oxford. Nowhere to go with the football, and wisely brings it down. We've had a couple of interceptions in this football game so far. I'm sure both quarterbacks are really conscientious of where they're putting the football right now. It's a good tuck and run by Robertson.
Nice run on first down for Nick Merriweather. Flag on the play. And this one's coming back due to a hold. So you go from 2nd and 5.
We got holding on the white, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
It's a 1st and 20.
It's another killer. We've seen penalties really hurt Gadsden City along the way in this game, and this time it hurts Oxford. Completely changes your mentality as you move forward. Now 1st and 20.
And nowhere to run that time for Merriweather. And once again, defensive tackle Aaron Richard, they're plugging the hole.
These guys are so good in their run fits, Gadsden City, especially with their tackles on the inside. They're very athletic on the outside, and they do so with the size that they have. So it matches up really well against this Oxford team. And you know, in the era of what we've seen so far with all this spread football, Oxford going really tight on those last 3 plays.
Robertson's pass is incomplete. Was intended for Judd Sire. Coverage was good. It'll be 3rd down.
Now you see the frustration all over Coach Adams' body language right there, and I think a lot of that stems from the penalty that they got earlier, which completely changes the mentality of the entire drive. Now looking at 3rd and long, possibly giving the ball back to the Gadsden City offense. See what they dial up here on 3rd down. They have converted some 3rd and longs, but this will be the longest of the game.
And possibly they could be looking at 2 downs to get this if they can pick up some yardage here. Robertson gets the pass away. It's caught at the 35. Reception made by Amari Carroll. So they do get a little bit of the yardage, which makes it, I think, a little more likely Coach Adams rolls the dice on 4th down.
Exactly. It's a good look there. I think number 4, DeAndre Kirkpatrick Jr. We mentioned in the first half, if you missed it, that he's the son of former Gadsden City High School great, former Alabama great, Dre Kirkpatrick. That'll make you feel old. He was starred down in Tuscaloosa on that championship team by Nick Saban that won the national championship, went undefeated on the year. Kirkpatrick now in the NFL as well. I'm sure he's very proud of his son.
4th and 15. Robertson looking under pressure. And will go down back at the 41. Initial penetration in the backfield was from Elijah Taylor, another good-looking junior defensive lineman.
This entire drive was really killed by that penalty early on in the game, early on in this drive. They were really unable to recover. Give a lot of credit here to the Gadsden City front. There once again on the backside. He didn't make it the tackle, but Horton once again really making it impossible for Robertson to go back. And good surge once again by that front seven by the Titans.
Titans take over at their own 40, 1st and 10, just under 3 to play here in what has been a long third quarter. Handoff up the middle. And I was just about to say, wouldn't be surprised to see a few running plays here by Gadsden City to try to reestablish something on the ground, because with the 2 picks by Waldrop, Oxford defense was starting to get a little heat on the Titan quarterback.
They certainly were, and the last one was tipped by his own guy. The first one, just a young quarterback mistake. And you saw the way that the head coach treated it afterwards, and you have to go through these growing pains when you play a lot of these young guys, as both teams have found out this year.
2nd down and 6. Screen out here to Curry. Breaks a tackle into Oxford territory, and Clyde Curry is going to take it the distance for the touchdown. The bucket, head, and the king touchdown.
He has 10 catches, that being his 10th one of the season. He came in with 149 yards. That time Waldrop finds him, and he's able to score on the touchdown. Just a nice, just quick out. And then watch Smith on the outside there. Good block there by big number 3, Kamari Smith. We've seen him on the receiving end of a couple of big plays early. That time you give him a lot of credit to help spring him out. And Curry with his 2nd touchdown of the season, and a big one for the Titans.
Very conservative passing play, almost an extended handoff. Goes the distance for the touchdown. Extra point is good by Brito. That extends the Titan lead to 17-3. We're back to Titan Stadium on Thursday Night Lights.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Gadsden City extending their lead moments ago on the heels of the Waldrop to Clyde Curry touchdown pass. 17-3 now, 2 minutes exactly to play here in the third quarter. Titans kicking off to the Yellow Jackets. Fair catch call for at the 22 by Oxford's James Tapley. So Jackets now find themselves in their biggest deficit of the night at 17-3.
You see the way this play broke down. There you see that 4th down stop there by the Gadsden City defense. Just nowhere to go for Robertson. And then the touchdown here. And, yeah, give a lot of credit to Curry. Broke 2 tackles. But I think the biggest play was made by Kamari Smith, number 3, with the block on the outside. Held it just long enough in order to spring him out. And 44 yards later, we have a touchdown.
Robertson with a handoff. Flag comes in. Looks like a face mask. Another good play there. That was Samuel Horton, who we talked about so much tonight, but a flag came in on the tackle, which would seem to indicate maybe a face mask. No, it's a hold. I guess they were trying to hold Samuel Horton.
Well, you have to do something against him. He's been insane. He's been great today.
We have a hold on the white. 10-yard penalty. First down.
I tell you, we talked about Horton and Richard, 91 and 92. I think you could stand those two guys up at linebacker.
You really can. And what we've seen kind of in this new generation of football, because the offenses are so spread out, you really need good defensive ends that can not only play the run, but can also play the pass and be able to get out there and have some athleticism, tackling open space. I think these two are perfect for today's football.
And Dobbins sweeping around the left end. You can just see the Titan defense has an added pep in their step after that last touchdown.
They certainly do, and you could tell that they feed off this offense. And this defense had to play a lot in the first half, especially in the first quarter. And every now and again that can demoralize a defense, but then just like in baseball, when you play with a few runs on the board, you get a little looser and you play a little bit better, and that's exactly what's happening so far with this Gadsden City defense.
Second down and 18. Little screen pass set up, and this is a face mask as the helmet of Amari Carroll was ripped off. That'll help get this Jacket offense out of a hole.
Got personal foul, face mask, defense.
Once again, Horton with the pressure. That screen is set up, and it looked like he was just trying to grab onto anything, he being Devontae Graham, and grabbed that face mask and did not let go. They'll call that one every time, and so once again another penalty gives the Jackets another first down.
And a little breathing room out at the 33. Neutral zone infraction going to be called here against Gadsden City's Elijah Dunn. So a couple of back-to-back
For
penalties.
the snap, encroachment on the defense. Still first down.
And I believe the drill is once you have a penalty, you come to the sideline. That's the third time so far we've seen Coach Smith talk to the guy who gave up the yards, then try to talk to the rest of the 11 on the field about being smart. You saw all of it play out in those 30 seconds.
So 1st and 5. Robertson under pressure by number 91 and 92, but he runs away from the pressure and tripped up at about the 38-yard line. I tell you, it sounds like a broken record, but this is as good a 1-2 punch from defensive tackle position as I've seen. Look at 91 and 92 just kind of meet in the backfield here.
What a pleasure. Both just got off their block about the same time, flushed Robertson out just a little bit, and it gives you enough time for everybody else to be able to get the reinforcements there and come over and make the tackle. They have been a sensational duo on the outside.
That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Gadsden City at home versus Oxford. Head to the fourth quarter with a 17-3 lead.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
I need the king, boys.
Don't call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them king boys.
Right now at Ted's Abbey Carpet and Floor, the keyword is free. Buy any type of flooring at Ted's Abbey Carpet and Floor and we'll install it absolutely free. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, or vinyl, get it professionally installed absolutely free. Why pay to have your new floor installed when you can have it installed absolutely free and get 0% financing for an entire year? That's right, free interest for an entire year and free installation. That's Ted's Abbey Carpet and Floor's free installation sale going on right now.
And Oxford fans who may be watching us at home, reminder, Big Time Entertainment is now open right in Oxford, right at exit 185 off of I-20. Big Time Entertainment features over 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment space. Something for all ages of the family. Indoor go-karting, bowling, outdoor putt-putt, and much, much more. Big Time Entertainment at 42 Tower Road in Oxford. We head to the fourth quarter. You know, Gadsden City has overcame 3 turnovers with his 17-3 lead heading into the final 12 minutes.
It's been really impressive so far to watch how these Titans play, and we'll see if they can put it together and come up with another strong finish here in the fourth quarter. They'll blow that one down just short of the first down for Oxford. But you mentioned it, shot themselves in the foot a couple of times in this one, but they've been able to really kind of come away and make some big plays in the passing game especially. And they come away with the lead so far, and they're trying to close the door on a really good Oxford team.
Big drive here for the Jackets, 3rd and 1. They need this badly. And a timeout right off the bat here in the fourth quarter.
We saw one early in the third quarter as well. So this one's called by Titans.
And while we've got a break in the action, we will tell you that WOTM is your exclusive home for all AHSAA championship events, and we are all, if you're a high school football fan, looking forward to the Super 7 this year. You can see it all live right here on WOTM. And if you don't get WOTM, if it's not a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request that they add WOTM in all the AHSAA championship events. Thursday Night Lights has been a good one from under the lights at Titan Stadium. 2 non-region rivals going at it tonight. And Gadsden City with a 17-3 lead. This game feels closer, though, than a 2-score game.
It certainly does, and I think a part of that is because of how much we saw Oxford really dominate as far as time of possession in that first half. But then the Titans were able to kind of get some big plays, really quick, huge plays, especially across the outside, going outside the numbers with Smith and then Curry that were able to score the touchdown. But Oxford not out of this whatsoever. Down those 14 points, and we've seen Gadsden City really bow up defensively, especially here as of late.
Big play here, 3rd and 1. Jackets handed off up the middle, first down yardage and more. Football came out of there, but Jordan Dobbins was able to hop back on it for an Amherst first down. So a big conversion for the Jackets.
Could have been a big disaster there for Oxford, but Dobbins, who's had a sensational football game on both sides of the ball, able to come back away with this one. A good job there by the Gadsden City defense, stripping that one out.
Dobbins again gets the call. Hard running. He falls forward inside the 45 for a gain of 4, maybe 5. So Oxford, no reason to panic and start throwing the ball all over the field. They've got time here. If they were able to go down and score here, there's plenty of time left here in the fourth.
There certainly is. Keep in mind, Oxford has 2 timeouts left in this one.
This is Mitchell back in the game. He is tripped up, but falls forward. Thought he had the Amherst first down, but it looks as though he's going to be just about a half yard short, maybe. And a flag comes in well after the play.
See on the outside, I think they'll find out where the ball spotted and then assess this penalty.
Well, the penalty takes precedent here. It really doesn't matter about a measurement because somebody's getting penalized, but I guess they're going to get the spot, as you said, nailed down. I guess if it's a first down, Oxford could decline the penalty, of course. But either way, if it's against the defense, they're getting first down regardless. Gadsden City defender signaling that it's short.
There you see the difference between where his finger is and where that spot is for the first down. Not very long at all, and I'm guessing we will get the explanation after this. If this wasn't a situation where the penalty flag was an accident and there was no penalty, we'll find out all of that, I'm assuming, here shortly.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the red. First down.
Yeah, it would have. Yes, it would have been a first down regardless. So again, the penalty was the key thing there, and it is against the Titans, and Oxford will pick up some penalty yardage. Yes, either way, it is an first down. Penalties have really killed Gadsden City throughout the course of this game. Whether it's the 5-yard variety, face masks, or that time unsportsmanlike conduct where it came after the whistle, just giving Oxford life with each and every time the marker goes down. And here's a handoff to Mitchell, racing to the corner, cuts it back up inside the 20, spun down at about the 15. Nice gain for the Jackets, so Oxford trying to make it interesting here in the fourth quarter.
Well blocked on the outside, and good look at Mitchell. Getting past one defender, and then picking up a couple of more yards. A second and short here for his squad.
Second down and 2. Mitchell gets the call again, and he is popped and driven backwards. Will lose a yard or so. Big hit there by linebacker Malik Woods.
Nobody accounted for big 33 coming right up the middle. Woods makes him pay. Watch this. Just comes straight up the chute, reads this perfectly, and comes away with a perfect tackle. Nice job there by the linebacker. We've seen this front seven really play very well. We've given a lot of credit to the front line, but that time the linebacker doing work.
Big third down and 3. Merriweather power running, should have it just short of the 16-yard line. Nick Merriweather not to be denied on that third down play. It's an first down, and another big one as the Jackets move the chains.
This has to be a true blessing for Coach Adams, being able to go to a myriad of players in their running game and get some productive not only yards, but that time keeping the chains moving as well. Just on this drive alone, we've seen Dobbins and Mitchell. That time a big play by Merriweather.
First down, and maybe a yard, and that is about it for Merriweather. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Now it's time for that Gadsden City defense to channel what they did in that first drive when Oxford had a really good possession. They held them to a field goal down here, but all the momentum right now wearing white.
Robertson rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Heads toward the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown. Mike Tippett's open in the end zone, and his quarterback found it.
Good job on the rollout. We've seen both quarterbacks do this throughout the course of this football game. This time it goes into the end zone for Oxford. Watch this rollout by Robertson. And he's got a couple of reads there, a short one and a long one, doing a good job of letting everything play out and getting that buckethead and the King touchdown. There you see, good shot of Robertson, a great baseball player that time, firing one away. It looked a lot like the way a shortstop would throw the ball, and that time he's able to get his team with its first touchdown of the game.
He was under duress too, did a nice job of buying himself some time and then spotting his receiver open in the end zone. Now the important extra point. High snap, and it's going to be blocked. So the Jackets can't convert. The snap too high for the holder to handle. And the score will remain 19-7, but a big touchdown here. Robertson to Tippett. We've got a good one in the fourth quarter at Titan Stadium.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Thanks to Sarah Automotive for their support of Thursday Night Lights. Sarah, Ford, Nissan, and Honda. Sarah Automotive. There you see our story, 17-9. Sam Robertson to Mike Tippett, the touchdown pass, making it an 8-point game. Oxford having the extra point block, so that could come back to haunt the Jackets, but still, it was a big drive and a big touchdown, aided by a big penalty as well. And Gadsden City now will get the ball back, and now their offense under a little bit of pressure to keep the football a bit.
That's exactly right. The Gadsden City defense that time not only giving up free yards to Oxford, but also giving up the points as well. So now the Gadsden City offense will have some work on their hands. We'll take another look at this replay here. You see the pressure here on Robertson. Stays poised. He's a baseball commit, going to play at Auburn. He plays shortstop, and you see a lot of that right there. That's Tippett, Mikey Tippett on the touchdown, but the big extra point blocked here. High snap, was able to get it down, but not before a host of Titans got right there in the way, eventually knocked down by Tay Wright.
So here are the Titans back on offense. First down at the 23. Handed off to Peoples, and he is wrapped up and spun down. Nice defensive play by the Jacket defense. There you see number 8, Michael Battle.
Good surge on that front line. Battle there with the initial hit. Merriweather there to clean it up. It's a good job there by the Oxford defense, and you know they're also playing with a sense of urgency as well to get their offense the football back.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Aldrich, quick pass, it's complete. And in the open field is Kamari Smith, taken down from behind at the 48. And possibly a touchdown saving tackle by Jeffrey Pools. It's an AmFirst first down.
So very close to breaking this wide open and probably putting the game away. He saw Kamari Smith along the outside in the last Gadsden City touchdown, coming away with a big block, but that's his 3rd catch of the game. He is such a big-time playmaker for his quarterback.
First down at the 49, and nowhere to go for Justin Peoples as he has stood up and pushed back once again. It was Whitfield there along with Michael Battle.
Playing the run very well is Battle, and especially here in the second half, and they're doing a good job of gang tackling, getting everybody to the football. Gadsden City finding some success here in the second half in the passing game, not as much success in the running game.
Second down to 10. Titans went to the quick pass a moment ago on this down and distance. Let's see what they do here. Play clock is going to run out on them. No flag, though. They get the play away. Another quick pass to the tight end, Mason Johnson. He picks up a few yards to set up a 3rd down.
They like to go to him right there on the outside. He lines up in the backfield a little bit like an H-back. He's listed on the roster as a tight end. He's able to play both on the line and a little bit off the line of scrimmage as well. And That's a nice, good, safe target for Waldrop. And it brings up a 3rd down.
We go under 6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 3rd down. Titans need 3. Play clock winding down again. Gadsden City just getting it off, and now actually we're going to get a timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. 5:45 left in the 4th quarter. Titans with a 17-9 lead.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Thursday Night Lights is presented by Alabama Professional Services. All you need for home improvement, they can handle it at Alabama Professional Services. Learn more by logging on to their website at calltheshield.com. Alabama Professional Services, your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. 5:45 left here in the 4th quarter. Gadsden City with a 17-9 lead. As we come out of the timeout, the Titans were about to be flagged for delay of game, so they had to use their 2nd timeout of the half.
It's a big play call here for Gadsden City. We'll see what Coach Ollie Smith and this coaching staff dialed up for Waldrop and company. Understanding the situation, Oxford with 2 timeouts, as does Gadsden City. This is big for the Titans to keep this clock moving and the chains rolling as well.
Hughley in motion on 3rd down and 3. They swing it out to him, and he makes a great one-handed grab and then runs for the Amherst first down.
Unbelievable catch here on 3rd down. Just out of the stretch, but then he's able to keep the concentration and not have to use his other hand to corral it. Watch this. This is a great shot by our crew. He doesn't even use the other hand to secure the football, and he's able to get a little stiff arm there to gain another half yard. Oh, probably the play of the day right now for Gadsden City, considering the situation in the football game. A big possession down there for Gadsden City.
First down at the Oxford 37. Back to the ground attack. And a nice job there by the Oxford defense, building that wall of defense.
And we've seen this in the past in the running game so far for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. They have done a good job stopping the run. It's the passing that has really killed them on this drive. Kamari Smith was one hand away from a touchdown, and we saw that great grab just a minute ago by Hughley. So as much as Gadsden City wants to run the football, Oxford so far in the second half doing a great job diagnosing it.
And it's been the short control passing game for the Titans. Here is the handoff. And this play defended very well by the Jackets, as Peoples will lose about a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and long coming up now for Gadsden City, but Titans were content to run some clock, but they stopped the clock here. Did Oxford call time?
Well, that clock is stopped.
Official stopped the clock on a running play. Let's see.
After the play, personal foul. White, first down.
Oh, a huge penalty here against the Oxford defense.
Kind of mirrors what we saw earlier when we had the unsportsmanlike conduct on Gadsden City that led to the touchdown. And they give those free yards right back. And then not only that, you had exactly what you needed to create the 3rd and long, and just like that, you erase all of it, and Coach Adams is very upset.
I don't think he liked the explanation.
I don't think so either, and it's probably one of those situations where Coach thinks it's something that happens all the time in football, or maybe it's happened all the time in this game, and that time it got whistled.
But it's a first down at the 22. Now the Titans inching closer toward the goal line and also can run some more clock with a new set of downs. And they go for the home run. Waldrop, just out of the reach of Clyde Curry, almost had a big touchdown.
All of Waldrop's big plays have all looked similar. It's a nice little 3-step drop, get that ball in the air and try to see if your receiver can get behind the defense and make a play. That time a nice pass by Waldrop, but just out of the hands there of a really good football player who we saw earlier. You know, Waldrop wants that one back. I think it was a pretty good throw. It's one of those situations where just out of the hands there of Curry.
2nd and 10. Little option play. They pitch it to Byers. Football's out of there, and it's still loose. I can't tell who's got it. 2 or 3 guys had a shot at it, but Oxford is pointing as though they have it. And the Yellow Jackets obviously do, as they are holding on to it there. Jordan Dobbins, who has 2 picks in the game already.
He has been sensational defensively. And watch here on the option, just trying to make a play for his team, and a good job there by the Oxford defense getting their hands in there. You saw Mason Johnson try to get on the football. Doesn't do so. It squirts out of there, and the penalty that they had earlier almost set up a first down, but they get out of it.
Dobbins forced the fumble.
Right.
Recovers the fumble to go with his 2 interceptions.
two picks, and you don't see that stat line a lot. A forced fumble and recover fumble on the same play.
Gives the ball back to his offense, and first down pass goes nowhere. Another good play by linebacker Malik Woods. So now this is where that Titan defense will pin their ears back here as they try to come out on the field and pick up their offensive mates after the turnover.
They'll really rely on 2 guys that have been sensational this entire game. Samuel Horton wearing number 91, Aaron Richard wearing number 92. Both seniors have been sensational. Do they have enough in the tank here for this last 3 minutes?
4 turnovers in this game for Gadsden City. Robertson fires over the middle, pass incomplete. The intended receiver was Amari Carroll. He was blanketed there by the Gadsden City D.
Now 3rd and 14, a really long way to go here, and a couple of different options for the Oxford Yellow Jackets on this drive. In other 3rd and long situations, we've seen the attempted screen play. See if they go more down the field with more yards to cover here on this 3rd down.
Robertson under pressure and will go down back at the 12, and that's what we were referring to, the Gadsden City defense just coming after Robertson that time. Elijah Taylor unblockable on the play.
Just doing a good job, and that was supposed to be picked up by the running back, and Taylor doing a good job of dodging him and then coming through and making the tackle. And if not him, Horton was there as well. Good job by the junior defensive lineman. You see their measurables as we have put them up throughout the course of the game, and they all are just solid, sensational football players, and that time a great tackle.
Oxford no choice but to punt, but another flag.
Before the snap, false start, White, repeat 4th down.
So again, Jackets to punt from their own end zone. It will hit and will be down right at midfield by Whitfield, and so Gadsden City really in good shape now as they take over 1st and 10 with 2:03 to play. Oxford does have a couple of timeouts that they can use to stop the clock. Reminder, Gerhard, I'm just going to let you handle this.
Buckethead and the King coming your way tomorrow night at 11:30. Preceding this show, we will have the Pigskin Roundup. We'll get you scores from around the state of Alabama. And then Buckethead and the King, if you weren't with us during halftime, they do a good job of kind of just recapping the football game. I liken it to a high school version of what Inside the NBA does on their TNT program, just being able to talk about the games in an entertaining way, a way that'll keep you laughing as well. So join Buckethead and the King 11:30 coming up tomorrow night.
Peoples wrapped up that time by Oxford's Isaiah Wilson and Michael Battle after a gain of only a yard. That takes it under 2 minutes, and clock stopped again. So it looks like Oxford has used, and they indeed have used their second timeout. They have one more remaining. While we have a timeout on the field, hey, we want to remind you of this. This is a huge matchup coming your way tomorrow night on Friday Night Rivals on My 68. It'll be Central of Clay versus Pleasant Grove, two powerhouses out of Class 5A. In case you missed the game live tomorrow night, it will re-air Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on WOTM. Central of Clay and Pleasant Grove.
If it's anything like we saw last year, it was a one-possession game between two teams that will definitely be contenders for that 5A state championship. Of course, that game was the matchup that they had a couple of years ago for the state championship. Could we see another preview of that? Still a lot to be determined in Class 5A football, but expect both the Vols and the Spartans to be a big part of that mix. Of course, Oxford's played Pleasant Grove earlier this year, so they know firsthand just how difficult and how strong that Pleasant Grove football team is.
Second down now. Titans stay on the ground. And Hughley stopped for a short gain, and the Jackets will burn. Well, we'll see if they burn their final timeout. Yes, they do. They'll stop the clock with 1:50 to play. And we will take the timeout as well. Titans with a lead late fourth quarter.
Have you seen foam lift concrete? Watch it raise the sidewalk. The poly-level system raises building floors, levels driveways, raises steps. Amazing, isn't it? APS Foundation.
Hey, remind you, coming up next Thursday, Thursday Night Lights is a good one. A good Birmingham-based matchup is Oak Mountain will travel to take on Spain Park. We'll have it for you live next Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Thursday Night Lights presented by Alabama Professional Services, also by our friends at AM First.
It's a really good matchup. Oak Mountain 2-1 in the region. Meanwhile, Spain Park 0-3 in region play in that very tough 7A Region 3, which Gadsden City resides.
Third down and 9 for the Titans. They throw over the middle. The pass is caught, and that'll just about do it. What a nice throw and catch from Waldrop to Kamari Smith. It's an AM first down. Oxford can not stop the clock again. Titans in pretty good shape to run out the clock.
Really bold play calling here by Oxford to go to the pass in this situation. You still could have run some clock out in Gadsden City offense, I should say, and their play was rewarded, and these two have had a connection all year long. Kamari Smith came into this one with 20 catches, over 200 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. He finishes off with another big game as well, with another touchdown in this one.
And the victory formation for Gadsden City. Coach Ollie Smith will see his team pick up a win over their crosstown rival, the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Barring a last-minute collapse here or some type of turnover, which, as we've seen in football, it's not over till it's over.
We've seen a lot crazier things happen, so obviously you don't want to count anything out. Just check some of the crazy finishes we've seen over the past not only 7 days, but it's going back to last year as well. But this is a nice effort here by Gadsden City. It's the same Gadsden City team that held Hoover to 9 points in that first half. It's a good football team. As we said, it's a little young at some of the skill positions, including that guy on your screen right there, sophomore Luke Waldrop. But they did what they needed to do today, and they now have the series lead by a game over the Jackets 9-8.
So Gadsden City, they win it in a good one, 17-9. Over the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Gadsden City overcoming 4 turnovers in this game to come up with the win to improve to 4-2 overall. Meanwhile, Oxford will fall to 3-3. Both coaches meeting there at the center of the field. We'll take a break and come back and wrap things up from Titan Stadium here on Thursday Night Lights.
Every bank has their own app, but it's just that, theirs, not yours. At AmFirst, our app was made for you. So it's easy to pay bills, deposit checks, or transfer money to friends and family from anywhere. It's even customizable, which means you can personalize your dashboard, create usage alerts, and redeem points for rewards you'll love. And you can do it all on your own time. So what are you waiting for? Get the app made for you at AmFirst.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us the story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008?
We didn't have all the fancy towing equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customer. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever!
We were looking to sell our starter home and move into our dream home. After looking at all the options, we chose to work with ERA King. ERA means easy, responsive, and attention to detail. ERA King made the entire process of buying and selling a house easy. From helping us decide on a listing price to navigating the final closing, our agent worked with us every step of the way. ERA King. To us, it means always doing the right thing for every client. What will ERA mean to you? Find out at eraking.com.
And back at Titan Stadium on Thursday Night Lights, presented by Alabama Professional Services. Mickey Shadricks and Gerhard Mathangani with you. And Gerhard, obviously being from the area that we reside in and work in, we're very familiar with both of these teams and this rivalry, Oxford and Gadsden City. And my big takeaway from this one, this was just a good football game between two non-region rivals.
Exactly. I think it's a good test for both and really good for both as they move forward in their regions. Very tough regions, respectively, considering what both teams have to go through in order to try to not only win a region championship, but try to get into the playoff pictures. A little bit tougher for Gadsden City for obvious reasons that we've highlighted earlier, but a good game for Oxford. I think they do have some things that they will take away as far as the overall game is concerned. However, for Gadsden City, I think that there's a lot of pride in not only getting the win, second straight one, but also using this to propel them forward. And Coach Ali Smith, who like us knows this rivalry really well, I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about beating the Jackets.
Yeah, we hope to get a word with Coach Smith here in just a moment. We talked about the youth movement for both of these teams, and I think these young men on both teams held up very well on this stage tonight.
They certainly have, and they were kind of buoyed up, I think, a little bit by those upper classes upperclassmen. We talked about how young both teams were, and we saw the young guys make plays. Saw Luke Waldron make plays for Gadsden City. We saw some of those young running backs make plays for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. But you look at guys like Jordan Dobbins, who had a great game. You look at those two defensive linemen, both Horton also from Gadsden City, as well as Adams from Gadsden City as well. 91 and 92 have both great games as well for the Titans. All those are seniors. So, yes, the young guys did have good games, but I think they were helped by the play so far of the older guys and the upperclassmen. And that's one thing Coach Sam Adams talks about. They have a very small group of seniors, but a very productive group of seniors, and we saw that on display tonight.
If I had a game ball, I would give it to the Gadsden City defensive line. They dominated this game. They disrupted. They were so disruptive in the backfield and all night long, and they did such a great job in leading the Gadsden City defensive effort tonight. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage of this one from Titan Stadium. Gadsden City a winner over Oxford. But coming up next week, Oak Mountain and Spain Park. We'll have it for you live next Thursday night, 7 o'clock on Thursday Night Lights. So for our entire crew from Titan Stadium, for Gerhard Mathangani, I'm Mickey Shadrick saying so long from Gadsden.